Hello everyone, welcome to Glass Half Dead. Today I'm going to talk to you about the cheapest way, monetarily, the cheapest way to get into Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team. And this may come as a bit of a surprise to you guys, because when you see someone that is stupid enough to buy 2 sets of dice, you've got to assume they don't know anything about handling their money, and you would be correct. But I do know a thing or two about Warhammer miniatures. Let's go over to the computer and I will show you the cheapest way to get decent kill teams. That's the big thing about here. You can find a lot of videos about the absolute cheapest way to buy a kill team, but they then don't rate that kill team. They will say, this is the cheapest way. You won't win anything and you can't quite build 100 points. But technically, it is a kill team. So, let's find out how to make a good kill team for the cheapest amount of money possible. Okay everyone, here we are at the PC. Why did I call it the PC? I'm not really that old. Here we are at the gaming rig. This is going to be a really quick rundown for everyone of the cheapest, not terrible kill teams that you can buy to get into kill team. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be able to expand lots if you're doing a full campaign of kill team, and I'm not saying that this is going to be the best kill team this you could have possibly made. However, these are going to be decent kill teams. These will be kill teams that you can happily take to a tournament and not be embarrassed by. Okay, so the absolute so we're going from the absolute cheapest up to the not quite so cheap. We're kind of stopping around the £50 mark. If you've got to spend more than £50 to get in, it's no longer a cheap kill team. That's my view. First up, Death Watch. So the beauty of this is you just need one box. The Death Watch kill team. This right here. It's kind of great. £22. That's it. You're done. There's not much more to say. It gives you 5 men. Depending on how you kit them out, it could be over 100 points. Everybody says you've got to use the frag cannon. That's the only tip you really need. Probably should make one of them a black shield because they're awesome in close combat. There you go. And you know what? I'm not going to cover this for everyone, but if you want to flesh it out, 10-man kill team, there you go. Same again. The kit comes with lots and lots of bits, so you can kit them out however you want. You could consider kill team Cassius, who's got a lot of cool models, but I'm getting carried away. Sorry, I'm getting really carried away. Let's rein it in, Glass, and do something else. Okay, so, kill team, Death Watch, the absolute cheapest way to get into Death Watch. Kill team, wow, it's because it's called Death Watch Kill Team, it's thrown me. Right, number 2, what's up next? Harlequins. So, same thing really. All you need here is one box. The Harlequin troop gets you 6 models. To be honest, it gives you everything you need to make what you need to make for the Harlequins. And the thing is, with these first 2 kill teams, they're both good. Everybody says Harlequins are broken, in a good way, thanks to their flip belts. And they have pretty good weapons as well. They've got crazy charge range. But hey, at £24, to be all in, who can argue? After Harlequins, we go a little bit different here. So this is going to be for Space Marines and Death Guard. And it's the first strike box. The reason this is on here is because it could get you 2 kill teams for a shocking £25. That's 2 kill teams for £1 more than the 6 Harlequin models. Now, there is a slight downside to the first strike box. It's a starter set and it comes as push fit miniatures, so there's no customization. You can get this once, and that's it. Also, I believe you won't quite make 100 points with the Death Guard. It's not ideal, but what can you do? It's also good to note that you can buy the 3 miniatures. These guys, the Primaris, or the Reavers, and the Death Guard, all separately, and they're all £8 for 3 models. So if you don't care about Death Guard, and you just want to get in the absolute cheapest way possible into Space Marines, £16. That is the cheapest way. But because they're push fit and they're not actually customizable, I didn't want to put this as the absolute first thing. And the same goes for Death Guard. If you have zero interest in Primaris, Space Marines, you can get these in their £8, and 6 Pox Walkers for £8 as well on their own. So £16, and you've got yourself a Death Guard kill team. Next up, this is again a little bit different than just this is the cheapest kill team. This is if you bought yourself the starter box set, so you have your 10 Gene Stealers, Neophytes, Gene Stealer Neophytes, yeah, and you've got your 10 Mechanicus, whatever they are, Rangers, I think, and you like that, and you want to expand, then these 2 kill teams take you to the next cheapest kill team box to fill out to a full 100 points for those kill teams, which is, in the kill team box, you get Neophyte Hybrids, £25, not too bad. You then want to pick up Acolyte Hybrids, which is a dual part kit for Acolyte Hybrids and Hybrid Metamorphs. Pick that up, it's £25, and you then have a actually pretty damn customizable kill team for the Gene Stealers Colts. And then it's exactly the same thing for the Adeptus Mechanicus. The box set comes with Rangers, or whatever their alternative version is. And then for £28, you get a box of 5 Infiltrators or Ruststalkers. So £28, and you've got yourself, again, a very customizable kill team. What if you didn't pick up the starter box set, you just want the cheapest stuff? But you don't like anything I've just said, you don't like Death Watch, you don't like Harlequins, you don't like Space Marines, you don't like the Death Guard. What is next? It's everybody's favourite. It's the Orcs. Boom! So, the beauty of the Orcs here is that the boys set is £18 for 11 models. And yeah, that's just an absolute bargain. However, no matter how you kit out the boys, you won't get 100 points out of them. You can make one of them a knob. You can kit him out with 18 points if you give him Power Claw and a Combi Scorcher. That's off the top of my head there. Then you can take a rocket launcher and a big shooter, and then you can take everybody else as just regular boys, 6 points a model. So actually, now that I think about it, the big shooter is free. I think the rocket launcher costs 1 or 2 points. But either way, that's not 100 points. You're shy a little bit, so you need to add, you can guess, where is it? Somewhere? Grots. So, this will get you 10 grots, and also another model, which you can make him whatever you want, another boy. You'll have enough arms in your boy's brew to give him a shooter or a chopper, or just take him as he is, and take him as a commando. Screw it, he's a commando. Why not? Now, I'm not saying this is the most efficient kill team you could make. If you want something slightly better, then the obvious choice are burners. There you go. £15.50, then plus boys. That's a very solid kill team. There you go. Like, you can probably hold your own in a tournament, in a very competitive tournament, I mean, with just those 2 boxes, which totals for the boys and the burners £33.50. That's not bad. That is not bad. Okay. Grey Knights. Now, Grey Knights aren't exactly the cheapest. However, they are a single box. The Grey Knight Strike Squad. And because of how expensive Grey Knights are points-wise, it's actually a really good kit as well. The kit gives you a lot of customizability for different options. And if you are playing from a command roster and you need more than 100 points, this gives you plenty of options to fill in. And also if you're playing a campaign, you'll have plenty of extras. So that's £37.50 and you're all in. Job done. The reason I include them there, apart from the fact that it's a single box, I say relatively simple, doing air finger quotes there. But the reason I include them is because they are a psychic army, and I feel that a psychic army at some point in this game's life cycle is going to be very, very useful. Probably in the expansion. Next up, Imperial Guard. Imperial Guard can kind of be built in two ways. You can, either way, you're going to need shock troops. You can go Cadian shock troops, or you can go Catachan or Katakan shock troops, whatever you want to say, however you say that, Katakan. Hell, you can even go Steel Legion, but I'm not gonna include that. And again, that nets you 10 guys. You can equip them with a variety of different weapons. But again, no matter how you equip them, that won't be 100 points. So you need a second box. And you've got two options. You can either go with the relevant command squad, which will give you more than enough to kit out the rest of them. Or you can pick up a box of Scions. Personally, I think the Scions are very thematic for Kill Team. I quite like them. I'm considering picking them up. But you do you, and I'll do me. And yeah, there you go. And that will be, if you're going with a troop squad and a command squad, that would be £33.50. Same as the Orcs, interestingly. But if you're doing 10 troops and the Scions, that's going to be £39. Still under 40 quid though, and that's not terrible, is it? Not terrible. And again, lots of customizability in those two kits, so you can pretty much run whatever you want. Okay, next up. Don't worry, we're almost there. It's the Crons. If only we could take the croissant. But no, sadly not. Oh, sorry, but no. Okay, so the two kits you want to buy here are the Immortals at £20.50. Those can be set up three different ways. You can set them up as either Necron Immortal with Gorse, Necron Immortal with Tesla, or a Death Mark. So 5 units, actually super versatile. You know what? If you wanted to just get 2 Immortal boxes, that would be fine. Screw Warriors, just get these. But, because I just said it, the other obvious purchase are Warriors at £22. There is very, very little customizability with them. That's obvious if you've ever looked at the Necron datasheets. However, if you want to get a bit converty, then a box of these, plus the Immortals, you can cut these guys up pretty effectively to use up all of the spare weapons from the Immortals kit. So the Immortals kit and the 10 Warriors could net you 15 Immortals. No, sorry, 10 Immortals and 5 Death Marks. Again though, that's if you want to screw around with converting. But Necrons, you can be very well equipped for their... If you're doing a campaign, you're not going to need more than 15 models, and that will cost you £43. Not terrible. Next, the Tau. Of course, the beautiful Tau, one of my favourites, purely for the Breacher team, that I think, again, is very, very thematic. And they are going to be what I run after I finish messing around with Orcs. Right, what do you need for these guys? You need a Fire Warrior Strike Team, because they can be built up as either Fire Warriors or Breachers. The current thinking is that Fire Warriors are just playing better, but whatever. It also comes with 2 drones, gun drones, or marker drones, shield drones, and also the DS8 turret. Straight out of the box, you, again, can't make 100 points. You do need to buy more. Also, it has to be said, this is one of the more expensive regular infantry kits, which is a bit of a shame. But the next purchase on this is super obvious. It's the stealth suits. Yeah. In fact, if you really wanted to, you could just buy 2 stealth battlesuit kits and just run them because they're really good. And I have heard that's being done. But, not my style, because that way you miss out on the really cool breaches, which are my jam. However, thanks to the stealth battlesuits costing 20 points each minimum, that then gives you a lot of customizability on what you want to take. Because if you've got a whole load of configurations of shields, turrets, breaches, fire warriors, fusion blasters, etc. Altogether, that's going to cost you £46. That's okay, I guess. You know, we're still under 50. Okay, next up, what do we got? It's Tyranids. Oh yes, lovely. The Swarm. Now, there's lots of ways you can run Tyranids. I've picked one that I personally like thematically, kind of. But again, it's really your call. Tyranids have access to a lot of different models and a lot of different play styles. You can go all shooting, all melee, a mixture, all lictors. If you just want to do 4 lictors, you can do that. That's a thing. But okay. My personal preference with these guys are... Right, you want a box of warriors, which for some annoying reason, incredibly frustrating reason, GW took the warrior kit out of the start collecting kit that used to be in there, and that was the best way to get warriors. Now you have to order online. It's just, ugh, whatever. The 3 warriors you can set up however you want. You can magnetize them. That's a good idea. Make them close combat specialists, ranged. One could be a gunner who gets some pretty cool guns. You can't really shoot very well. You're better than orcs, but you're kind of all-rounders. But because the warriors are such large models, you can never hide them, really. They'll only ever be obscured. But still, it's a great start for a Tyranid army. You don't have to paint too many models and gives you plenty of options. Next up, I'll be honest, I half-arsed this bit. You could take any of these 3 here. Termagants, if you want to go shooting, Hormagaunts, if you want to go melee, and Gene Stealers, if you want to go good melee. That's coming in at £49 in total. And that's it. You're done. But the astute among you may have noticed that there is another tab open. Boom! 1,000 Suns. Why have I included these guys is a good question. I don't know, actually. No, I included these guys because I think they're cool. I think they are one of the few ways to get, one of the only 2 ways to get psychic powers, I mean. They're not that cheap, unfortunately. In theory, you could be all in on just 1 box of Rubric Marines. You get the Aspiring Sorcerer, and then a load of Marines, and that would be fine. You could do that. And that is valid. That's solid kill team. However, the whole attraction of 1,000 Suns is that you can run Zangors. These are your cheap chaff units who are pretty good at melee. However, they're a lot cheaper than Rubric Marines, but the box costs about the same pounds. But either way, if you pick up a box of each, you're looking at £57.50, but you are then fully covered, and that's your 1,000 Suns done. You won't need anything else at all. You've got access to all of your heavy weapons for the Rubric Marines. You've got your leader, you've got your gunner, and then if you're doing a campaign, you can bring along Zangors, or fill it the command roster with more Zangors or Rubric Marines. Yeah, there you go. You can do whatever you want, but you're only just under £60 there, and at £60, that's practically the starter box set, which nets you a load of terrain, 2 kill teams, I will say I'm going to be very interested to see what exactly Games Workshop releases for the 1,000 Suns faction expansion pack. They've got Krogskov's boys. Are you going to get a whole load of Rubric Marines, 10 Marines? Or are they going to actually mix it up and give you half a sprue of Zangors plus the Aspiring Champion, maybe? That would be very interesting, and if they did, I'd definitely buy it. because you get terrain as well, and I am a sucker for terrain. As long as it's not another bloody galvanic servo hauler. God, I'm so bored of that kit. Right, and that's it. Thanks for joining. I hope this illuminated some of you on cheap ways to get into Kill Team in a decent way. I know I didn't cover every single army, but I covered the ones I cared about, the ones I'm thinking about, the ones that were obvious. So basically, if you're Eldar, screw you. I want Chaos. But Chaos is obvious. Buy some Cultists, buy a Chaos Space Marine box. There you go. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed learning something. Hope you've got this on your second monitor, kind of paying attention to it, but letting the meter run, if you will, you know what I mean. And talking again soon. Glass Half Dead, signing out. Boom. Never saying that again. That was super lame. Jeez.